Thank you for being here. Just with a heavy heart, I'd like to, just as a team, just the Taberry family is on our mind, and for most of the week, I know I speak on behalf of myself and my staff. I knew that Dom and his family meant a lot to myself, and some people I didn't realize how many people. And so, once again, with heavy heart and deepest sympathy and prayers for that family, we gave him a helmet, and it's just. I just wish you could do more for that family. So a good effort by our guys. They came out and played well, came out and played fast. Got a lot of people in the game. I think we'll be pretty close to full strength next week. You come to Ohio State to compete for the Big Ten championship, and that journey starts tomorrow. Actually started immediately in a team meeting just a minute ago. So get a lot of respect for the upcoming opponent, and we got to get the Buckeyes ready to go.
We'll open it up with questions. Front row, Todd.
Decision to not play Braxton today. Was that?
I wanted to play him. Braxton felt like he couldn't go, we were checking, and he tried really hard. Had a decent week of good week of pushing himself through it. But MCL injuries are especially for skilled athletes, those are tough injuries.
Follow up to that, Urban, is Kenny's played extremely well the last 3 weeks. 75 of 95, 13 touchdown passes. Where do you, is he just playing well, or is that a result of competition as well?
I think it's a result. He was, and I'll say this in front of Kenny. Kenny, obviously, I don't know how many snaps he played before our staff got here, but he probably didn't play many. It's not because the staff was, screwing him over. He wasn't very good, and in a lot of areas. I don't think he pushed himself academically. It's because he's an exceptional guy, and he didn't do things exceptional. So that means he was an underachiever, which is, that's fighting words. If you're an underachiever. He's a very efficient player right now. He's an incredible manager, a coach on the field. So, his time came. His time, he was ready. His coach and him did a very good job. I think Tom Herman. And it's not by accident this thing happened now. I say, boy, I also, say it's not because he had the Buckeye in his pocket or wore his lucky T-shirt. It's because he worked very hard with his position coach to get ready for his opportunity. And boy, did he.
Front row left, Bo.
Urban, obviously an overmatched opponent. What do you take from a game like that, and how did you try to, be respectful, but at the same time get what you could out of it?
I wanted to, if you notice, we threw the ball a lot in the first two series because, I wanted to see how things would shake out. We need to work. Jeff Harmon had to get his hands on the ball. Some other guys had to get, and it's not that we haven't tried. It's just those situations came up. And so I wanted to throw the ball. I wanted to get the ball in the hands of some guys. And then, you want to play your players because this is their payday. Jordan Hall deserved more carries than he got, but you just can't do that. And so, I've been on the other end of those. So I tried to do the best we could to just, run the ball every snap and get the down the liners in there and let them earn an opportunity to get on the field. The thing is, if you get some depth on your team, they're fighting. You tell Ezekiel Elliott not to run hard, he'll look at you like, I'm running hard because I got to get some more carries. So what we take out of it, I think another opportunity on one of the great stadiums of college football. 103,000 people come out to watch us play. They have a right to see our kids play very hard, and they did.
Front row, Tim.
Urban, but do you leave here today, is Braxton Miller still your number one quarterback without a doubt in your mind? I mean,
yes.
talk about how you deal with that, I guess, next week.
That's a great question, Tim, and he is our starting quarterback. Our backup quarterback has earned some time. I don't know. I really can't even begin to tell you how that's. I've been kind of working through some scenarios in my mind, and I still don't know what it is. So I'm going to see how we practice this week. But Braxton is our starting quarterback.
Left side, Bill.
Did the non-conference part of the schedule prepare you for the Big Ten season?
You guys did some good. Those are some good questions today. That's a great question. Well, obviously, at 10 o'clock next week, we'll know. I think it's an 8. What time's the kickoff?
8 o'clock.
Yeah, so really midnight next week, we'll know. I like where we're at as a team. I like my team. I love my coach. I like our coaches. I like the seriousness that our guys are approaching everything. I like the fact that we're relatively healthy. Are we prepared? I like to think we are. It's the defense had a lot of new players in there, so that question shall be answered for sure next week. But as a coach, I believe we are ready.
And Michael Bennett's not playing.
Michael Bennett had a stinger in last week's game. Stingers are something that the more time that you don't bang them, so we didn't bang him much during practice. He was, I made the comment, he was our best practice player and one of our best players. So as it got closer and closer, that's where my strength coach is. Coach Marotti is very helpful, and he was on call, ready to go. If that would have been a game that we needed him, he was ready to go. But even in pregame, we just wanted to go one more few days without contact on the shoulders.
Far
But he's
right.
ready to go next week.
Far right. Jared?
Urban, you mentioned earlier this week it's a good problem to have, but in terms of running backs now, Carlos comes back. Ezekiel, all he does is run for 162 yards today. I just wonder how that seems like another area you'll have to kind of address as you go on. Any idea how you might try to handle that, all those guys?
Yeah, I think you got three that are above the other ones right now. You have Jordan Hall, Rod Smith, and Carlos Hyde are the top three backs. I think Warren Ball ran hard, and I think Ezekiel Elliott's got an incredible future here. I wanted to reward him a little bit. He's involved in special teams now. That Jordan Hall also gives you some flexibility too. So I don't know. We're gonna, I'm still evaluating what to do with him, but because I know he's a heck of a tailback as well.
Far left. Austin?
Urban, this might sound a little crazy after you score 76 points, but as you wrap up non-conference play, you barely had Braxton at all. Carlos Hyde was out for 3 weeks. How much more are you expecting from this offense as you maybe just start to get some of those pieces
Well,
back?
you know who you're facing, a Big Ten defense next week. So that's going to be, I expect a lot. Our expectation level on offense is real high. And we have some weapons. I kind of like, once again, where we're at. The best way to think about it is checkers, some pieces, some pieces on that board, and I kind of like the checkers we have right now. So it's just a matter of our staff putting them together at the right time and getting them completely healthy and make sure they're in great shape. So we added some stuff tomorrow. They're coming in tomorrow. We're going to have a full day tomorrow and get ready to go for this big one coming up.
Last question. Clay?
You got some kings on that board. I'm curious if by the folks that you didn't play, maybe this is for down the road, a Jalen Marshall, a Briante Dunn, are those the guys that you
I
maybe
think
see as-
both Briante and Jalen, Michael Thomas, Corey Smith, the junior college player, are just names off the top of my head. They're on call. That means they're ready to go, but they won't be used in mop-up time. That means that there's some kind of, we lose a couple players like we did on the defensive line, like a Michael Hill, you're ready to go. But you don't, we don't really redshirt, but there's some guys that could be fine players down the road that I just didn't want to burn a year to get them 5 plays or 10 plays. So that's the decision we made.
Great.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.